All right, Shalom. Call Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who will well tell me this truth. And peace and blessings be to the hopeful elect. Honor Brother Yashar, Gabar, back to you again for another lesson, Lord willing to be edifying to the elect. So without further ado, I'll jump straight to it. And really just speaking on, Esau Edom, hey, this devil, his time of ruling is over with, man. By the day, we seeing, his kingdom is falling, man. And this place is finished. In the time of him ruling, it's over with, man. Because this devil has did nothing but destroy. The scripture call him the son of perdition. All right, because all he do is destroy, man. Destruction. And this is why the foods you eat, the water you drink, the air you breathe in is all polluted and tampered with and fucked up, man. Because of Esau Edom. All right, blame him. You see all these, these niggas, coming against the Israelites, talking shit, scoffing. All right, but they don't speak on what the wickedness, Esau Edom. All right, why your ass have to pay for water, why you have to subject to payments, they don't blame Esau Edom, man, but they got the nerve to talk shit, about brothers that's teaching this word, man. All right, but this not about them, though. The hell with these niggas, man. Because they're going to be destroyed right along with this devil. All right? Right along with America, Babylon the Great. All right? This place is going to be destroyed, man. And the kingdom of heaven is going to be established in righteousness, man. All right, we're going to show this devil how to rule, So let's grab this. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 7. It says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. All right, this is what you see today. All right, servants, who is that? Esau Edom. All right, upon horses, ruling. All right, this is his kingdom, All right, but it wasn't meant, to be like this forever. This devil's going to be taken down. All right, Salakia, set the plantation. Hey, what's up? All right. Let's see. Yeah, so let's bring it back. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 7. It says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Yeah, so that servant, Esau Edom, all right, he's meant to be a servant, man. All right, he wasn't meant to rule. All right. And the princes, all right, the kings, the Israelites, walking as servants upon the earth. This is the land of our captivity, man. All right. It's the spirit. Just had Ishmael just walk up, speaking about a job, interview, walking up, So, hey, this is what you have, here in Babylon, man. Jake being oppressed, working jobs, being a servant, doing all this laboring, making crumbs, All right, but you have Esau Edom, all right, in his rulership. All right, but this place is going to be taken out, And the Lord is, going to destroy this place, man. And this is what we patiently waiting on. All right? Because this devil, he don't know how to rule, man. He wasn't meant to rule. All right? He's a fucking servant. All right? So now let's grab this. The book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 21. Verse 21, it says what? There are 3 things that make the earth tremble. No, 4 cannot endure. A slave who become a king. All right? And this Esau Edom for you, man. All right, this is why this place is not going to endure. All right, this is why this place is trembling, man. Because that slave, all right, Esau Edom, that damn servant, who become a king, And it says what else? Verse 22, it says, a slave who become a king, an overbearing fool who prosper. All right? And how this devil, how have he prospered, man? In wickedness, backstabbing, killing, murdering, rape, rob, murder, all right? And this is how this devil, was putting this position he in, man. We know it's all love of the Lord. All right. By not by his own might. By the other Lord, man. For us Israelites, to serve that punishment. Hey, this is the land of our captivity. All right, we are yet this day in our captivity, as the book of Baruch speaks on. All right. So it says what? A slave who become a king, an overbearing fool who prosper. All right. And we witnessing it, man. All right, we witnessing it. Hey, this place trembling. All right. Hey, this place ain't gonna endure, man. All right, this place is falling. Esau, Edom, in debt. All right, America is in debt. All right. So there's no turning back. Right? There ain't shit this devil can do. All right, to make America great again. So what else we have? The book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 8. It says, because unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. This why that this place, was, gotten by deceit, unrighteous dealing, breaking treaties, all right? Riches got by deceit, man. Lying, backstabbing. All right, that's the spirit of Esau Edom for you, man. All right, so this place was translated from one people to another. All right, but the next translation, is going to be translated by the Israelites, man. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning that followeth. So hey, we up next, man. Not Ishmael, not Moab, not Russia, North Korea. Hey, they ain't up next, man. Hey, the Israelites. All right, this is what they don't want to see. All right, but this is what this devil knows. He knows this, man. All right. And that's why the scripture says what, because if you have but a short time, right, he's coming down upon Jake, the northern tribe, snatching them up, persecuting them, even some of you niggas, getting snatched up, thrown in jail. All right. But hey, this is not, what you niggas see though, it takes, for them to snatch your EBT card, all right, for Jake to wake the hell up, and see who the enemy is, all right? So, hey, this place, hey, it's finished, man. Esau, man, he's being noticed, all right? The small hats is being noticed, all right? The wickedness, is coming out, all right? All right, his wickedness is being shown, man, uncovered. All right, paying fucking bills, living check to check, on the verge of being, a check away, all right, being put out your house. The prices of things are skyrocket. All right, unjustly, man. Yeah, this place wasn't, established on righteousness, man. He's not, the scripture says what? Let me see, do I have that? All right, yeah, let's just get it. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Yeah, so, and this is what you have, people mourning, mourning about the conditions they're living in, all right? Hey, especially not receiving that EBT card, not able to pay the bills, not able to keep up with rent, not being paid enough. All right, that's people crying out, all right, mourning. Why is that? Because the wicked bear fruit, man. But when the righteous, all right, showing you that, hey, this ain't the righteous ruler. Hey, this is not the place to be, man. This wasn't set, all right, to continue. All right, the scripture says what this is not a continuing city. All right, this place, man, it's finished. And this place ain't gonna get no better. But it says what? When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Yeah, the people are gonna rejoice. All right. Why is that? Because the kingdom of heaven is gonna be, ran in righteousness, man. Dealing with herbs. Not having to take Esau, Edom, fucking medicine, his poison. And we're going to show you how to use the herbs. What to eat, what not to eat. How to cure certain things, man. Hey, all those things are going to be established. It's going to be taught in the kingdom. All right. No more death. Getting sick, all these things that the Israelites ain't gonna have to worry about. All right, but hey, people are gonna rejoice, man. When the righteous are in authority. Scripture says, hey, ain't no good in him, man. Everything he does, is out of wickedness, man. Sit up here and poison people, inject you with poison. All this shit, this is what this devil does, man. All right, but don't nobody call it out. Hey, you niggas don't see this. All right, but hey, soon, all right, you're gonna see, man. All right, when he start kicking in your fucking doors, man. Killing, murdering the what? Big mama, of the house, snatching your kids. All right, this devil, he's ready to, show your ass, man. Hey, that sword is sharpening. What else we have? Let's grab this, the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 1. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Yeah, hey, he's not wise, hey, this devil, he's not prudent. It says what a wise judge will instruct his people. He keeps you from, trying to heal yourself. He ain't teaching you how to use herbs. He's what? Programming your ass to go to the hospital and receive his poison. All right, these are the things he do, man. He's not instructing you in how to be righteous, how to follow after the ways of the Lord. He's against it, man. He's a Satan worshiping devil, man. A damn deceiver. All right. But it says what a wise judge will instruct his people, only a wise person will instruct his people, man. All right, and this is why the people are the way they are, man. The scripture says what as the ruler sows the people. All right, this is why Jake, not even only Jake, man. All right, the people that you see around you on the daily, man. All right, it's bugged the hell out. Moles walking around, Satan worshipers, unbelievers, caught up in folly. All right, talking to themselves, strung out on drugs. All right, blame Esau, Edom, man. Hey, he put the bottle, all right, to your mouth, man. And you drunk up that damn wine. All right, his philosophies. Thanksgiving, Christmas, caught up into these pagan ass holidays. All right. So yeah, man. Hey, blame this devil, man. Now let's see. Let's end it off with this. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 12. It says, "Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity." Yeah. So woe, meaning destruction. All right, who buildeth a town with blood. All right, this place was built on blood, man. The blood of you Israelites. You know, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native. All right. Hey, this is how this place was established. All right, it was built on blood, man. It's captivity, rape, robbery. All right. You know, so it says what? Established by iniquity. Establish a city by iniquity, man. All this fucking wickedness going on. You know, everyone against the ways of the Lord. You know, and this is why this place is going to be taken out. This is why Esau Edom is losing his grip. All right, he's losing it. You know, so he wants to come with his new NWO. All right, but when he thinks he's going to fill his belly, all right, the Lord is going to intervene. All right, and this place is going to be taken out. Hey, there's no coming back for this place. All your benefits getting taken away, your government assistance. All right, that way he's going broke. You know? So what? Hey, he's gonna take all your benefits away, man. All right? And that last prophecy being what? He bringing forth that sea hip, which is the MOTB. And once that, hey, this place is through. Hey, nuclear destruction, man. The kingdom of heaven. All right, this is what we waiting on. This is what we seeking. All right, to dwell in righteousness, man. Under the Lord. All right. Forever and ever. All right, so I'm ending off with that. Lord willing, this video be edifying to the elect. Giving all praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. And give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Till next time, say Shalom.